Good morning and welcome to CPS360. I'm Summer White.
And I'm Ethan Reasoner. To start off the show today, we go to Nick Viscara for a story about how high school students react to riding the school bus.
From Honda compact cars to big Ford F-150 trucks, the Rockbridge parking lot is packed with hundreds of different cars that belong to many students and allow them to access the freedom to travel to school and back home. For most seniors and juniors, driving your own car to school is highly prioritized over the noisy and public school bus system. But as the spring season is here, so is the weather that comes with it. So do students who ride the buses think that they're prepared this year?
Never had a problem on the bus before. I don't think there will be.
Usually, yeah. Just because, I trust the drivers. They're good people. They know what to do. If anything bad happens, usually, I guess they'd stop. We'd have to go in a ditch or somewhere safe. So, I do trust our drivers. I think it's safe enough.
I wouldn't feel safe riding the bus simply because we're on the road and you never know when these things will pop up and kind of come down on somebody.
So why wouldn't you want to depend on the bus for transportation to and from school? There are reasons.
Because buses are loud and annoying and they get hot in the summer, so it's not fun.
However you get to school, whether it's riding in a car, bus, or bike, always make sure to be cautious and be careful when traveling during turbulent weather days. Nick Viscara, CPS360.
Thanks, Nick. It's nice to know what kids think about school buses. I never really liked riding the high school bus.
Neither did I. It's nice to be able to drive yourself to school. Moving on, Erica Brock brings us a story on Columbia, Missouri's very own True or False Film Festival.
True Falls has been one of the biggest weekends in Columbia, Missouri over the past 12 years. This charming city transforms the downtown area to accommodate thousands of documentary enthusiasts.
True Falls is a magical event that focuses on documentary films but includes art and music and parties and all kinds of exciting events.
But True Falls is more than just the movies.
For all types of art and creativity and the idea that, it's here in the Midwest and it's not in some big fancy city. It's something where everybody can enjoy film and really understand this kind of the process.
People young and old find themselves listening to great music, finding street art around every corner, and lining up to see the newest documentaries from all over the world.
True life fun film this year, The Look of Silence, took 12 years to film this one amazing story, and I think that part of it, hearing the other side of the lens from what we see on the screen, is by far the coolest part.
The greatest thing about True Falls is the way that Columbia, Missouri sets the stage.
The important part is really the collaboration that the whole town kind of brings to make this festival happen, and a lot of local musicians are featured, and even local filmmakers sometimes get their films in the festival, so it's just sort of this big collaborative project for the whole town.
True Falls has been a staple of this town, showcasing everything great about this city.
That looks like a really fun festival to go to. I'll have to check it out next year.
If they had a racing documentary, I might even go.
Now we go to Rockbridge High School, where Ronsonae Hill has a story on Global Village.
Here in the halls of Rockbridge, March is the month that all students anticipate throughout the year. And not just because of March Madness, but something much bigger than us all. Every second week of March, Rockbridge High School dedicates the days to celebrating our diversity. Each school day is filled with events highlighting cultures, from art to interpretive dance, fashion shows to music. They all lead up to Friday's big event, Global Village, which features cuisine from many cultures. Here is where students' cultures begin to shine through their foods.
In our booth we had Puff Puff, which is like an African donut.
When going from booth to talk to students about their reasoning behind having a booth in Global Village, here's what they had to say.
In class, whenever we learn about different cultures, we only get a little spectrum of what's actually going on.
Culture is more vibrant. It's a really fun culture, so people know they get interested and they want to be a part of our culture.
It's good to just have an idea of where you came from. And
it's important to celebrate the American culture because if you look in the past, it's not just an American culture, it's pretty much a whole world culture come together, and you don't really see that in really any other countries. So
others that didn't have a booth were able to go around tasting food while performances were going on. Whether you were in America's Nook, watching the boys grill, or around the corner in India, belly dancing performances, you were sure to find something that interested you. Global Village may only be 1 week, and students may only be motivated for the fair's food, but the knowledge learned about other cultures lasts a lifetime. With CPS360, I'm Ranjanae Hill, signing out.
Great story. Looks like a very cultural week for Rockbridge.
It sure seemed like a lot of fun. Now we go over to Hickman High School, where Mariah Poe and Mariah Doss covered the lip-syncing competition known as Purple Cow.
Hickman's annual Purple Cow was held last Wednesday night, where students and teachers competed against each other in a lip-syncing battle in order to raise money for the True False Film Festival. It was a fierce competition between Teachers Got Talent, the Swagettes, and BGM9. The show brought an electrifying energy to the crowd and helped brighten Hickman's spirits.
Electrifying. It was great. I loved it. The crowd was wild.
Crucial for Hickman's culture, and we would have liked to have seen more students get involved with it, but I think this is something to build on since we didn't have it last year, and a lot of the student body just isn't familiar with Purple Cow since last year it got canceled. So this is a stepping stone to really kind of bring it back and really create a more positive environment here for Hickman.
I do think it's important to our school. It builds our community and it helps all the students gather around one central point, which strengthens us as a whole.
Teachers Got Talent and BDM9 battled their heart out, but it was clear that the Hickman seniors owned the show. In the end, the Swagettes proved victorious with their creative dance numbers. They reenacted lovable scenes from classic Disney movies to win both the crowd and the judges over to get them the trophy. They even had a special surprise to win the hearts of the audience.
It feels amazing. We worked so hard. We put so much time and effort into this. We were putting in about an hour a week, just really hard work.
The Swagettes did a great job, and I was glad that I could give them the trophy.
Despite breaking the trophy, it was a very successful night, reigniting a Hickman tradition to be carried on through the ages.
That was a pretty funny show. Very entertaining.
I still think Rockbridge's Golden Cow is a lot better. Now we go to Selma Zweifel, who gives us a story on healthy eating.
When you look in a magazine and see models and movie stars, your first thought is, I want to look like them. Then questions come in your head. How do I look like them? What do I need to do to lose weight? Etc. We have become a society where our appearance and weight are our first priorities. There are so many diets, supplements, and processed foods that are marked to help people think that they can lose weight. But what happened to just eating healthy foods and working out? Laura Lee's is a local healthy food restaurant here in Columbia that is serving up healthy food right. I had the opportunity to talk to Laura about ways that people can live a healthier life and how she started her business at Wilson's.
You know, when I look at a lot of younger kids, adults, anybody that is dealing with a weight issue, if they would just turn to whole foods, that would solve so many problems. So, getting away from the chips, from all the processed foods, the soda, if they can just cut that out, even eat as much as they're eating now, just eat healthy foods, that would help. Because you can only eat so much healthy food and gain so much weight. Whereas if you eat really processed stuff, it's a lot easier to eat. When I first started, I actually started this on my own. Where I started was, first I was a personal trainer. So I ran track at Mizzou. I needed a job in between running track and going to school full time. And so I was like, you know what, personal training I can do. I love healthy eating. I love fitness. I think I can really help people lose weight. I got this one client, I was training him 5 days a week. I would make him food and bring it to him each day. And I would actually fresh juice for him too. And got doing that, and he's like, man, I think you really have something here. He lost a ton of weight. And so I started making more meals, started working at Wilson's, doing personal training, and told all my clients, and they're like, oh, will you make meals for me? I guess, it's like, well, I guess I can. And I started doing it once a week instead of every day. And it took off to the point where I had 4 refrigerators in my house. And
In high school, kids struggle with eating healthy, but not all are fortunate to eat healthy at home. Lindsay, Laura's main manager, discussed how some high schoolers struggle with body image.
I think one thing that is common amongst people in general is everybody loves to eat, for the most part. And for those who, are wanting to focus on good health, or maybe wanting to focus on maintaining, a good, healthy body composition, I think just really focusing on not necessarily counting calories and counting, carbs and fat, and focusing on the little details, just getting a big picture of, are you getting a good variety of fruits and vegetables? Are you getting a nice, well-balanced diet from whole foods?
Body image has become a major problem among young people. According to statistics taken in 2012 by Heart of Leadership, more than 90% of girls between ages of 15 and 17 years old want to change at least one aspect of their physical appearance, with body image ranking the highest. 80% of children who are 10 years old are afraid of being fat. 9 million teens in America below 15 years old are obese. That's 3 times more than in 1980, and only 20% of children in the generation of kids born between 1999 to 2005 are fit enough to be drafted in the military. So next time you're feeling hungry, instead of going out to your favorite burger joint, make a healthy salad or eat an apple. It will satisfy your hunger, and you'll have the confidence to carry out your day. This has been Selma Zweifel with CPS360.
That had some great tips. Thanks, Selma. Great story.
It makes me want to start eating a little better.
For our last story of the day, Desane brings us a feature on the Max Scholars Program at Battle High School.
It's an organized group with different minorities in it. March 18th, Max Scholars held a soul food fundraiser to help them get money for their college trip next week. I talked to the president and the vice president of Max Scholars, Senior Kyra Miles and Junior Keandre Harrison. I asked what are their parts for Max Scholars and what do they all do in the group.
Max Scholars is a Majority Achievement Committee Scholars. It's a group of students that help each other out and get ready to prepare for college and everything. We do a lot of activities that are getting us ready to go to college, and that'll help us out in high school. We're all here for each other. We do a lot of fun stuff. We're doing the Soul Food Wednesday today so we can give a little taste of home to everyone here at the school. I'm president, and this is Keandre Harrison. He's vice president, and we share a lot of the duties, planning the meetings, making sure everybody knows what's going on and is up to date on what we're doing this week or what's coming up, our upcoming events, and making sure everybody's on their stuff at school. At Max Scholars, we do a lot of college tours. One thing that we're looking forward to that's coming up is our college tour, and we're going all the way to Alabama this year, and we do that every year. We go visit some HBCUs, historically black college universities, and that's one of the events we do. We go to local colleges. We went to Lincoln and Mizzou and stuff, and we do a lot of team building activities and study halls and all that.
As Keandre explained, Max Scholars has a big effect on his life.
In Max Scholars, when the president isn't here, I take on her role. And so also when the secretary isn't here, I take on that role also. So, you know, I do a lot of the planning, and we make sure that we get through all the events that we have to get through. When she can't be here, because a lot of times she can't be here because she has a lot to do and things like that. So, yeah.
I also asked a freshman how she feels about Max Scholars. Will she still tend to be in it during her high school career?
Because it inspires me to do better things from just coming into high school and being new at what I'm doing now, changing classes and more teachers and stuff like that. It's Max Scholars keeps me more on track. It helps me stay on what I'm supposed to do. Yes, because it's it's really influencing. It helps me by coming to the meetings. By coming to the meetings and stuff, it helps me stay out of trouble. Because if I'm not in a meeting, I could be doing anything. Because as high schoolers, a lot of different things go on.
So don't forget to be a part of Max Scholars to become a powerful leadership here at Battle High School.
Nice story, Desane. That's it for today. I'm Ethan Reasoner.
And I'm Summer White. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for Tatum Pugh with CPS 360 Sports.
Hi everyone, and welcome to CPS 360 Sports. I'm Tatum Pugh. Columbia's high school athletes have been very busy this month. Here's Drew Fougere with a story on Rockbridge's track and field team.
Track and field, a sport of blood, definitely sweat,
Sam, get with Adam, let's go, you can do this, let's go!
and even tears. But what would make someone want to put themselves through the exhausting trials of mental and physical strength?
It's just a fun environment, you're experiencing things with different people. It's just pretty exciting and joyful.
Chaz is one of Rockbridge's best hurdlers. His enjoyable track experience could be thanks to the welcoming family atmosphere and his uplifting teammates, a part of track which many say is the best part.
We have to be involved. It's not about, this team. Yes, you're competing for yourself, but it's about building everybody else up. It really isn't an individual sport. Outside of relays and stuff, it is a team sport. It was another opportunity for me to become a different kind of athlete, and it's been a really unique experience.
This athletic transformation that Amelia speaks of can be thanks to countless hours of exhausting work, prompted by Rockbridge's excellent coaches.
You got it!
They're there and they kind of keep you up and going, whether you're having a bad day or you're just tired. They're just there to help you out.
Cool. Get a group of just kids that just want to work hard and just love the sport. And I think that what our whole coaching staff brings to the table is just an overall genuine enthusiasm for the sport. And if we can pour that into them to add to their excitement about just wanting to be out here and run, because you have to be crazy to do these workouts, especially distance, for sure. But to come in and just beat the heck out of your body 5 days out of the week, I think what's special about our group, what's special about Rockbridge Track and Field is just you have to have a desire to want to come through and do this day in, day out. Plain and simple.
With track season in full swing, the workload is at its peak, and the Bruins are chasing the state title once more. With CPS 360, I'm Drew Fougere.
Up Up next, Angel had the privilege of interviewing a team who has won state 4 years in a row. Here's the story on the Rockbridge girls basketball team.
The Rockbridge girls have won a place to the 2015 district championship. With this year being the seniors' last game, they had a lot of pressure to win this game. The Rockbridge girls seniors played Liberty High School.
It's Max on the beat.
Attacking. In the first half, like they would pass me, my teammates would be open, so just get them the ball. Like that was working. In the second half, like I had lane, so I took it, and it just worked.
Sierra, does it mean a little bit more that you guys have been able to accomplish a four-peat in Mizzou Arena, where you're going to play for the next 4 years?
Honestly, no, because I'm focused. Well, I was focused on just playing for my teammates and playing for the people who were my previous teammates. And yeah, it's cool, it's our home, but I was playing for Rockbridge and I just wanted to win for them.
A reporter describing her relationship with her teammates.
Group, it's amazing. There's a lot of underclassmen and there's a lot of people who are veterans, but Carly stepped up, Bree Ellis stepped up, the bench, the crowd. It's an amazing feeling and it's indescribable.
Be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can beat the world, you can beat the war, you can talk the guy, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You could be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name.
But Rockbridge isn't the only school in Columbia who has started their spring season on a high note. Here's Ethan Reasoner with the highlights of Hickman's tennis team.
The Hickman High School boys tennis team took on Helias on April 6th. Seniors like Kellen Blow were ready for their match. Coach Sheridan knew his team was ready. Helias seemed very composed. Each match started with a handshake. The rally between Kellen and Helias in the second set was what made the difference. Hickman won 8 sets to 1 in a dominating performance. For CPS360, this is Ethan Reasoner signing off.
And before we go, it's time for your NASCAR Minute with our very own Ethan Reasoner.
I'm Ethan Reasoner. This is your monthly minute of NASCAR. Kevin Harvick picked up right where he left off in 2014 with 2 Sprint Cup Series wins at Las Vegas and Phoenix and 2 Xfinity Series wins at Atlanta and Auto Club all in March. Harvick had 8 consecutive top 2 finishes in the Sprint Cup Series dating back to the end of 2014 that was snapped at Martinsville. Matt Crafton dominated the Camping World Truck Series event at Atlanta on March 1st. Jimmy Johnson won the Sprint Cup race at Atlanta on March 2nd. Austin Dillon won the Xfinity race at Las Vegas on March 8th after holding off a late charge by Ryan Blaney. Joey Logano won the Xfinity race at Phoenix on March 15th, and he won the Truck Series race at Martinsville on March 28th. Earlier in the race, 17-year-old Cole Custer made contact with Crafton and Logano and took the lead late. Crafton got revenge with this move on Custer a few laps later. On March 22nd, everyone knew that Kevin Harvick would be dominant, but Kurt Busch also challenged for the win in his second race back after being suspended. Busch was leading with 2 laps to go when the caution ultimately set up 2 green-white checkered attempts. Brad Keselowski emerged from the pack with fresh tires and passed Busch on the final lap to capture his first win of the season. Denny Hamlin held off Keselowski to score his first win in nearly a year at Martinsville on March 29th. For CPS 360, this is Ethan Reasoner signing off.
Tune in next time for more on Columbia's young athletes. For CPS 360 Sports, I'm Tatum Pugh.